everyone. Good day and welcome to TVS Motor Company Limited Q1 FY26 post-result earnings conference call hosted by Patliwala and Karani Securities India Private Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Annamalai Jayaraj from B&K Securities India Private Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thanks, Palak. Welcome to TVS Motor Company 1Q FY26 post-result conference call. From TVS Motor Company Limited Management, we have with us today Mr. K. N. Radhakrishnan, Director and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. K. Gopal Desikan, Chief Financial Officer. We will start with the opening remarks by Mr. K. N. Radhakrishnan to be followed up with the question and answer session. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining today. TVS Motor Company posted its highest ever revenue, surpassing the new milestone of rupees 10,000 crores in a quarter, with sustained growth above the industry. During the quarter, company's sales volume grew by 17%, revenue grew by 20%, operating EBITDA grew by 32%, and profit grew by 35%. This was possible through our consistent customer centricity approach, very strong brands across all segments, and sustained cost reduction initiatives taken up with the company. We sincerely thank our customers for this significant milestone. Let me now get into more details about the first quarter of this financial year. On the sales side, during this quarter, company's operating revenue grew by 20%. It is at 10,081 crores as against last year's 8,376 crores in the first quarter of last year. Two-wheeler domestic ICE sales grew by 8% compared to last year quarter one, and we saw some decline in the industry corresponding to last year. The two-wheeler international market company sales grew by 40% over last year against an industry growth of 23%. Total two-wheeler ICE sales grew by 16% compared to Q1 of last year. Industry decline was about -3% in the same quarter. EV two-wheeler sales grew by 35%. Now it's at 70,000 units as against last year's 52,000. Total sales of three-wheelers grew by 46%, 45,000 units as against last year's 31,000 units. On profit, during the quarter, company's operating EBITDA grew by 32%. It is at 1,263 crores as against last year's 960 crores. The company's operating EBITDA margin improved by 100 basis points, which is at 12.5% as against last year's 11.5%. But if you include last year, if you remember the PLI benefit, this quarter is 12.5%, and the apportioned PLI during the last year's first quarter, it was at 12%. So effectively, the quarterly last year to this year, 12% EBITDA has gone to 12.5%. The company registered PBT of 1,053 crores, recording a growth of 35% during this quarter as against 783 crores. If you adjust the proportionate PLI, the Q4 profit PBT was 1,112 crores. Adjusted proportionate, this one was 953 after PLI. Profit after tax grew by 35%, 779 crores as against 577 crores. Just to summarize, if you recollect last year, last quarter, we put all the PLI benefits. Corresponding to Q4, we were at 12.5% EBITDA including PLI. Okay, this is just for a reference for all of you. And corresponding number for last year Q1 was 12% EBITDA. As against that, we have done 12.5% EBITDA this quarter. So the comparison, I hope it is very clear to all of you. On TVS Credit, This quarter we saw 30% growth in PBT, 243 crores as against 187 crores during last year first quarter. The book size is at 26,900 crores, almost 26,900 crores. In Q1, TVS Credit achieved significant growth in consumer financing while maintaining its focus on risk-calibrated growth across product categories. TVS Credit is working to build a diversified book by expanding product offerings, distribution, enhancing customer experience and operational efficiency. During this period, TVS Credit disbursed loans over 16 lakh new customers, bringing its total customer base over 2 crores. TVS Credit will continue to focus on a steady growth by increasing market share, expanding product offerings, expanding distribution, driving digital transformation, enhancing customer experience and operational efficiency, continue to grow the book size and PBT. On Norton, all of you know that end of this year, financial year, we will be launching products, multiple new products, and they will be available in the first quarter next year to many markets in Europe, and this is as per plan. Norton will unveil this first new generation superbike this year, and in the first quarter next year, last quarter of this year, you will see more models to be unveiled. The upcoming range of Norton motorcycles will be significantly more accessible, and we are looking at the super premium positioning, and this is a very clear strategy which we have been highlighting to all of you. And we are also coming up building our retail strategy. We are also planning to launch these products in India. So more details we will present closer to the launch time. Coming to the domestic ICE business outlook, okay, first quarter we saw a moderate growth of 4% over the first quarter of last year. Rural growth was slightly lower than the urban growth this quarter. We feel that this year the positive thing is the monsoon arrival was little early and the sowing has started, and we are confident that Q2 you will see, while there are some challenges in the month of July, we should all remember that this year's season is going to be middle of September and whole of October. So we are expecting a moderate growth in July, August, September. The reduction in the benchmark repo rate, 50 basis points in June, and after that, totally we have got about 100 basis points in the last 6 months. This should definitely translate into better retail financing to consumers, okay, and this is likely to help the two-wheelers to get better support in the growth this year. The monsoon is slightly above normal this year, and this is definitely going to build up better sentiment and support the rural economy. Season, like I said, we are positive about the season. We should see growth in the season this year. The last few years, we have continuously witnessed increasing trends towards scooterization, and we are confident that scooterization will continue. Equally, premiumization in the motorcycle. And TVS has got strong brands both in scooters and in premium products that will help us to continue to grow ahead of the industry. On EV, during this quarter, during the first quarter, we have seen a growth of 34%. The EV penetration of two-wheeler industry is at 6.3%. TVS iQube has done pretty well, and it has surpassed 6 lakh unit sales, continuing its market leadership in India so far. We have launched new variants of TVS iQube with 3.1 kilowatt battery that offers a very good range, and it has got hill hold dual tone design. With this, TVS iQube portfolio now offers an array of 6 variants. making this one of the widest and most compelling portfolio in this segment. All of us know that there are certain challenges in the availability of magnets. We are trying to mitigate it. There are challenges in the short term, but we are also working along with that certain long-term action. Our recently launched EV three-wheeler, TVS King EV Max, is doing extremely well. Customers are definitely liking it and the response is very positive. We will be scaling it further. Like I said, we will have a prominent space in the EV three-wheeler category. There are products which we promised which will be ready in the next quarter for launch, okay, which includes a three-wheeler and a two-wheeler EV. On international business, TVS has posted highest ever quarterly sales of 3.52 lakhs of exports, driven by strong growth in the major markets. In Africa, like I said, the demand is becoming stable, and there are countries which are doing very well, and we are very positive that this growth will continue to sustain, and there is a good opportunity for TVS to gain further. We have launched TVS HLX in 155G. This new version introduces various advanced features. It continues to be powered by 150cc eco-thrust engine with integrated oil cooling technology, a combination that ensures efficient and smooth power delivery, reliability, engine longevity, and low fuel and maintenance costs. Most importantly, for this set of customers, what is most important is reliability, durability coupled with lesser TCO. LATAM region continuously growing, and we are also growing ahead of the industry. There is a good opportunity in this market because our market share, our share in this category in LATAM is much lower. So our focus is going to be in LATAM market to build it to much higher level. With our product range, we are confident that in LATAM we will continue to grow ahead of the industry this year. In Asia, the major markets are doing well. As you know, Sri Lanka and Nepal are growing in numbers. The economic recovery is seen in Sri Lanka, and we have seen a gradual rebound in the demand. We expect Sri Lanka to do better in Q2. Nepal is also doing well. While there are some challenges in Bangladesh, I'm very sure that will, over a period of time, that will also start to improve. Overall, both in domestic and international markets, we are able to, with the range of products what we have, we are able to do well, and we will continue to do better than the industry. We set a robust base in Q1. Q2 is poised for a strong growth led by festive season, both in domestic and international markets, ICE and the EV segments. While there are some challenges in EV, I am very sure the season is likely to be very positive with the kind of range of products what TVS has. Our unwavering focus on consumers, quality, new products, and with attractive quality, with technology, with features, we are confident about outperforming the industry both in domestic and international markets. Overall, as you know, company has been growing in the top line consistently, and we have been growing in our EBITDA. And with the scale as well as better product mix and our effort on sustained cost reduction, I'm very sure that we will continuously improve our EBITDA, and we will continuously grow ahead of the industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Binay Singh from Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Thanks, team, for the opportunity. Congrats on good set of numbers. I'm just trying to understand your commentary and the data. So if I look at quarter one, we are saying that rural is doing better, but at the same time, we've seen mopeds are down YOY. Motorcycle also ex Apache is down. So does it mean that scooterization is rising in rural, and that explains this commentary? Is that fair understanding? That's the first question.
In the ICE, if you look at it, this quarter the rural growth was only Q1. The rural growth was only 3.3%, while the average is 4%. Okay, and one of the reasons could be that this year we have seen the monsoon a little bit early, as well as the start of sowing, which is early. While this is definitely likely to do better for Q2 onwards, and we have seen currently the water levels in the reservoirs are 70% higher than last 10-year average. So these are all positive sentiments. I am expecting the agricultural to do well, rural to do well. But what is little bit of concern is we cannot have on the other side little bit over rain and flood. So we are positive, okay, and rural should come back for the season, okay.
And sir, how is scooterization in rural areas?
Scooterization is progressing pretty well even in the rural. The proportion of scooters are also becoming better. See, what is most important is the infrastructure development. The roads, even in the rural areas, are becoming better and better. That is definitely supporting the proportion of scooters increase in the rural as well.
And so secondly, on electric vehicles, in the annual report, we are talking about an electric motorcycle and a bicycle launch this year. So the bicycle launch will be sold out of our existing dealerships only, just to clarify. And secondly, in light of the rare earth magnet restrictions, is our motorcycle launch on track? How would you see full year electric two-wheeler sales? Any comments on that? Thanks.
To the cycle, closer to the launch, I'll be able to give you more details. We are still working out all the details on that. Okay. On magnets, as you said, there are some challenges, but we are looking at various alternatives at this point of time.
And so any timeline by when we can broadly go back to the number run rate that we had? Is it a 2-3 month issue, or you think this could percolate through the remaining year also?
At this point of time, I may not be able to give you exact projection, because practically we are managing daily production. So what is most important is we are working out alternates, and we are also looking at, but everything has got a lead time.
Great. Thanks, sir. I'll come back in the queue.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Pramod Kumar from UBS Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the opportunity, and so congratulations. I think the 30% plus EBITDA growth in this kind of environment is definitely something which we are not seeing otherwise. So good job on that. And sir, linked to that only, as to you continue to kind of maintain in your commentary that you aspire to grow out of the industry and also continue to expand margins at the same time. So if you can just help us understand what are the kind of market share aspirations you have, because you're already kind of ramping up closer to 19 to 20% band as we speak. And margins have ramped up to 12.5% on a steady state basis. So if you can just help us understand what's the kind of runway you're looking on both these parameters as to where you think your full market share is in the next 2 years and where the margins could be in the next 2 years, sir. If any broad thoughts, if you don't want to quantify, even if you want to say qualitative color, that will be very helpful.
See, we always look at customer first, and what is most important is focus on the customer, delight the customer, give them the best products and technology, and I'm extremely happy that the product range what we have is doing extremely well. For example, the Jupiter 110 what we launched, okay, is doing extremely well. Jupiter 125, the recent one, whatever we have put with dual tone, is also doing well. So overall scooters are doing well, and if you look at Apache is doing well. If you look at Ronin, that is also doing well. Ronin started slow, but now it's clocking pretty well. Our objective and Raider is doing well. So overall, what is most important is you have to leverage your product range. That is happening. That is primarily because the customers are delighted about the product range. And on the other side, international market, like I said, last year we had a big problem in Africa because Africa went through some tough times in the industry. Now that bottoming is over, so we are able to see Africa coming back. And you remember Sri Lanka was closed and Sri Lanka is open now. Nepal is doing well. Bangladesh is going through some tough time, but I am very confident that over a period of time, the consuming class on the two-wheelers are there. And for us, we have started little late in LATAM, but LATAM also we are growing ahead of the. What is most important for us is the customer and the product range which delight the customer. Both TVS has always invested in. So I am pretty confident that going forward, we will be going ahead of the industry. Okay, and when the top line happens, every line happens. That is always our focus. Because when the top line happens, you get better product mix, better geography mix, and always we can look at what else we can do on the cost reduction. And we always give value without compromising on quality. We look at what all things we can do on the cost. And the scale benefits also helps us in amortizing the other fixed costs. That is, I think these are the broad strategies. We are consistent on our approach.
So you believe there are enough customers left who are yet to be kind of serviced and delighted by TVS. Is that a fair assessment, sir?
More and more customers we are able to delight every quarter. That is the way I will put it.
Okay, fair enough. So second point is on the investments, because we kind of build a company around Norton. We had the brand, but we had to build everything else around that, right? From manufacturing to product development, everything, right? So where do you think we are in the journey as we approach the product launch? How will it be again investment heavy, the period, the next 2-year period compared to the period of last 3-4 years? How should we look at it as an investor? Because it's taken quite a lot of resources. And of course the product launch is getting closer. So how should investors kind of think about the kind of investments what you've done and the kind of work you've done and what should be expected as the brand goes live? And whether you will see some stabilization in investment and the business will start generating cash flow on its own now. So how should one look at the investment going into that particular business, sir?
I'm very happy you are using the word investment. Okay, so we are very prudent. I think the Norton will have the products Q3 and Q4 of this year, and I'm very sure next year summer you will see these products in Europe. Okay, country-wise we are preparing the strategy of how to launch it. Okay, we have to have network. We are working out various scenarios, but the product side we are pretty confident it's getting ready. Okay, and once the products are ready, then we have to put the marketing, and as you know, Norton brand is very well known. We have to make it stronger. A lot of initiatives on the marketing side is being worked out, and definitely it will be available in India. Okay, India Norton is going to be a key strategy market for Norton. So overall, we are pretty confident that Q3, Q4 onwards this financial year, many actions will happen. On the investment side on Norton, please understand the final stages of the product preparation is happening. But you need to have more products, please understand. The success of any company is based on not just one product. Okay, at this point of time, we are looking at 3 products and some variants of that. So totally there will be some 6 products out of that, and then it has to be marketed. There will be investment behind marketing. There will be focused, country-wise approach. So, in my opinion, the investments, whatever you have seen, the same trend will continue in Norton, because this is a very good brand, and we have to now put all the effort in making this brand globally very fully active.
Fair enough, sir. And any update on the E3-wheeler business, sir? Because micro markets were doing well. Yeah.
The E3-wheeler, we are doing extremely well. Okay, I think this month we are already crossing 2,000 plus. Okay, the market is also doing well. It is growing very fast. And like I said, if you look at E3-wheeler in Q1, This year we did almost 5,260 numbers. Okay, and I am pretty confident that we will reach a prominent place in this EV three-wheeler this year.
Fair enough. So thanks a lot. I'll fall back in the queue, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Chandramouli Muthiah from Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for taking my questions.
Good afternoon.
The line for the current participant is disconnected. The next question is from the line of Kumar Rakesh from BNP Paribas. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, and thank you for taking my question. My first question was a clarification. So you have planned to raise fund through NCD. So what's the reason behind that, and is there any specific investment against which you are raising this funding?
This NCD funding, if you know that the SEBI has mandated that 25% of based on the previous year's borrowings has to be only in the form of a capital market funding, and therefore the current year's requirements is being funded through this raise of NCD. And it's an enabling resolution. The actual amount will depend upon the market conditions and the requirements.
And it would be great if you can share some performance of how TVS e-bike company is doing. I understand that you have renamed and put all your Switzerland-based entities under that. So how's that entity been doing recently in the recent and more specifically in this quarter?
See, overall, the e-bikes is a bit slow, primarily because of the economy in Europe. And, we have very clearly looked at the positives of this product. The products are extremely good. But when the economy is going through and the industry is going through some tough times, sometimes you have to be a little bit patient. So that is exactly what we are now doing. But on a medium-term basis, we are very confident that it will start break even and start making profits.
Got it. Thank you. Just one final clarification. So there's some investment you have done in TVS supply chain as well in the quarter. Any color on that would be really helpful. Thanks.
There is nothing special about it.
Okay. So it's part of treasury activity, I assume then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Gunjan from Bank of America. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for taking my question. Just a few, couple of clarifications on the P&L. If you can share the EV revenues for the quarter and, the absolute PLI amount which was accrued, and a little bit of color also on the staff spends which saw a jump in this quarter.
See, PLI, I told you about 0.5% and overall, and we did about 70,000 EV this quarter.
So can you share revenue on the EVs?
Just let me give you some time. Around 1,000 crores.
Okay, got it. And staff cost, anything one-off to call out, or is it just the normal trend line that we should work with?
This is a normal trend line. You know what normally happens is we have the performance appraisal, everything happen in the quarter one, and increments are also given at this time. Okay, and as you know, we are also looking at in specific areas where we want to improve the competency. We are also adding a few people. Addition is not significant, okay, but based on whatever required for our future plans and strategies, we are investing in certain areas, certain type of people. That will continue as a company.
Okay. So my, shifting gears, just wanted to hear your thoughts on, something that you lay out in the annual report, that we're looking at rolling out a separate distribution, premium distribution. What is the thought process around it? Like, is it primarily to do with Norton launch, or is it that we're actually expecting a big lineup of products on the premium side? I mean, some color on, what's the thought process behind having a separate distribution for premium products?
See, we will have a differentiated retail strategy in India covering Norton and possibly some of the premium TVS bikes. The work is going on. Okay, once we are much more clearer about the strategy, I can share more details about that.
Okay. And lastly, any thoughts on ABS norms? I mean, what are the conversations? Are we seeing that coming through from Jan onwards? Any updates that you can share around it? And what does it mean in terms of cost, or
I can talk about because in the two-wheeler category in Siam we are all together. We are discussing with the government. Okay, I think we will. As of now, the discussions are going on. Appropriate decision once it comes, I'll be able to share you with more detail. But please understand, rider safety is the most important, and we all give highest respect for safety of the riders and the others. So this is highest priority.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you so much. I'll join back the queue.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is from the line of Kapil Singh from Nomura. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity, and congrats on a good set of numbers. Just one small follow-up on the PLI. Currently, I believe the full EV revenue is not eligible for PLI, right? So by when do you see the other products in the portfolio becoming eligible for PLI? Should we expect that by the end of the year that should be possible?
There are certain criteria. Okay, the timeline will depend upon when we meet those criteria. So we are already working on it. Okay, progressively it will cover all the products.
Okay, do you have a roadmap? Like by when do you?
We have a roadmap. We have a roadmap, but I'll share more details once the implementation is done fully.
Okay, sir. And so second question was just to understand the profile of electric vehicle customers for iQube, or maybe generally for the industry as well. Are these existing scooter customers who are moving on to electric vehicles? Are there motorcycle customers also who are looking at electric vehicles as an option? And how is the rural-urban split for EVs versus, say, a typical ICE scooter?
See, initially when we started the iQube journey, we saw people who are really, who love innovation, who wants to try something new, that set of customers. But now most of the customers are wanting, they are otherwise an ICE customer who wants to look at TVS as an alternative. They are also seeing progressively improvement in the TCO. They feel that iQube is also like an ICE product. They are able to use it. I always believe that customers are agnostic to technology. They want to use it like a normal scooter. Two people can travel comfortably, good roads, bad roads, rainy time. So they are able to see all the benefits in iQube. That is the reason iQube is one of the prominent players in the EV category. Okay, and predominantly this was in urban. Slowly now it is getting into rural. That is a pretty good news. So I'm of the view that in the last few years it is more and more urban, but slowly now it will start getting into rural, semi-urban and rural.
Sure, sir. May I know what is the for your overall portfolio? What is the rural and urban mix?
Today it is predominantly urban, because there may be some people who may buying from the cities and they may be taking it to the rural. But predominantly today, see, we are currently present in about almost 900 dealers. When I say 900 dealers, they are more on urban and semi-urban. I will put it that way, But the semi-urban guy also buys it and takes it to village. Possibilities are there.
Understood. And for TVS as a company, when I look at ICE plus electric, what is the rural mix right now?
I think we are in line with the industry. We are in the line with the industry. Today, for example, I don't want to say EV, okay, because EV, I already told you, rural is slowly getting up. But if I look at the total two-wheeler this year, maybe around 50, almost I can say 49, 51, okay, or 51, 49, that is the way. Because urban may be slightly higher, rural. So I can say broadly it is close to 50-50. And we are also almost similar to that.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. And best wishes.
Both areas we are ahead of the industry. Both in urban, both in rural, we are ahead of the industry. But when it comes to EV, predominantly it is urban and semi-urban. Rural, possibly it will take another 1.5 years, 2 years to pick up.
Understood. Very, very helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Amin Pirani from JP Morgan. Please go ahead.
Yes. Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So my first question was on commodity. Are we seeing, any signs of any headwinds in the overall commodity basket, especially steel, where there was a safeguard duty imposed? So any thoughts on how should we think about the commodity basket in the coming quarter and the next quarter?
See, commodity, I think there is a increase in Q2. Some of the like you said areas like steel. My expectation is about 0.5%. 0.5 could be the increase. Okay, steel is the predominant one in that, and other commodities are small increases are there. Okay, we have also taken up small price increases. Okay, in Q2 beginning. Okay, so.
Understood. So basically, you're saying it should help to offset the upcoming pressures.
Yeah, there will be some challenges, but I am of the view that it's not a huge challenge, and we will always look at some price increases, product mix, cost reduction. We will use a combination to mitigate the same.
Understood, sir. And secondly, on the three-wheeler EV, so two-part question. A, are we getting any PLI on the three-wheeler EV, and is there a roadmap for that? And secondly, compared to the two-wheeler EV, is there a difference in the profitability of the three-wheeler EVs and, any path to EBITDA break-even there?
See, three-wheeler EV PLI, we will be getting from June onwards. We are end of July, so PLI will come. Okay.
Okay.
And like two-wheeler EV, we are also gross margin positive in three-wheeler EV as well.
Okay.
You should always remember that when a new technology comes, it is an investment. Okay, and like I always believe in, once the customer starts loving, which is practically happening, the scale at which our three-wheeler EV is growing in the market is amazing. We are very, very happy. So once the customer loves it, the top line goes up. I'm sure every line will come.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thanks for this, sir. I'll come back in the queue.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Raghunandan from Numava Research.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Congratulations on great set of numbers. So, sir, firstly, on the non-current investments, the TVS Singapore investment is at 5,100 crore as of March 25. can you please indicate approximate breakup into major entities like Norton and other entities?
See, predominantly it is Norton. See, out of that, almost 40% of that is Norton. Okay.
Got it, sir. And the e-bike company?
E-bike company is next. After that, e-bike company is the next. Other than that, these are all other strategic investments like TVS Digital, Celerity. There are some investments in Kilowatt, Zapata, Ion Mobility. So I think these are all small investments. So put together, the key ones are and also Ion Mobility, and also the PT TVS Motor Indonesia investments are also from past investments are also from Singapore.
Got it, sir. And investment for FY26 will again be in the range of 2,000 crores?
Similar, almost similar. Like I explained, Norton, the products are coming now. The investments behind some more products will be there, plus marketing, brand building activities. We are getting into many countries now. All that will continue.
Got it, sir. And capex will be around 1,000 crores?
The capex will be about 1,600 to 1,700 crores, in that range, 1,600 to 1,650 crores. Because there are many investments behind new products.
Got it, sir. Got it. And as per the government website, for electric three-wheelers, there seems to be some approval on PLI for on May 19th or so. Just trying to understand, would this mean that we have started accruing PLI for three-wheeler, or would it start from next quarter?
Next quarter.
And within employee cost, how much was the ESOP cost? That item should not continue in the coming quarters, right?
ESOP is very small.
Got it. And lastly, can you share the exports and spares for the quarter?
Just a minute. ESOP, you should take it as a part of appraisal and reward and recognition, So that is something which is we want to look at in the future. On spare parts, we have done about 987 crores in the quarter. And what else you wanted?
Exports, sir.
Exports about 2,487 crores.
Got it, sir. So ESOP is part of the business, I understand, but it will be more lumpy in nature, right? It will not be there in every quarter, and possibly it was there in Q1.
Which one?
On the ESOP cost. That's spread over.
ESOP, you should assume that it is a part of the appraisal cost, reward and recognition. I think total employee cost is what you should focus on.
Got it, sir. And that's a sustainable number, what we saw in Q1.
Yeah. See, these are the employee costs where whatever we are investing, it is going to definitely translate into products and technology and for the top line growth.
Got it, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This was very helpful.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Mumuksh Mandelsha from Anand Rathi Institutional Equities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. So, firstly, I want to understand how we are placed in terms of distribution for the electric three-wheeler market in India. And just any sense what kind of dealer network we have in India to take benefit of this demand space, sir?
See, we are expanding our three-wheeler network. I don't have the exact number, but I can tell you 70% of the market is covered today with our three-wheeler network. As we grow our three-wheeler business, we will add more network. For the TVS brand, without the equity, there is no problem in getting good dealers. Okay, but we are also equally, we always look at, dealer viability, dealer profitability, very, very important as a key parameter. So depending upon the volume, productivity, profitability, it's a very clear planned activity of expanding the network.
And so we would also be available with the required capacity to meet the E3-wheeler demand, sir?
Capacity in today's context is not a problem because the supply chain is also very fast and we are able to also maximum I have seen in my experience 12 weeks is more than enough for any capacity expansion.
Got it, sir. And sir, for this year, can you share any outlook for the exports growth for TVS for this year, sir? And just how is the Africa market doing, sir?
Africa market has started doing well. Like I said, last year we saw the numbers going down primarily because of many geopolitical challenges, inflation and currency challenges. Now things are becoming a bit stable because it has gone to so bottom. Now we see only upward trend. We are confident that we will do much better because our customer retails in these markets are doing well. So we will continue to grow ahead of the industry.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Viraj from SIMPL. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. You are audible.
Just a couple of questions. First is on the investment. So what we talked about an annual run rate of around 2,000 odd crores. Now, if we look at our plans with Norton, where we're starting out with the first set of 3 products, and we would over a period of time look to further expand the portfolio. And similarly, in the annual report, we talked about turning around the e-bike ventures with new product plans there as well. So would it be right to think that the run rate of around 2,000 to 2,200 crores will sustain for next 3 to 5 years? And if you can just give some more breakup, a big picture breakup in terms of how that allocated towards various business segments, because we also have digital initiatives as well. So that is one. Second is, if you can also give some more color on how do we plan to turn around the e-bike entities, both SMAG and Ego and few others. Because right now I think the investment is largely going towards just sustaining the operating losses we have in those entities. Correct me on that. So that's second. And third is any thoughts, any update you can give. We had earlier plans to monetize or at least bring to IPO TVS Credit Services. But we don't talk about it anymore. So any thoughts? And last is on TVS supply chain. If you look at last 2 to 3 years, we've grown our stake from sub 1 or 2% to now almost 5.5%. And with this investment, you will go 6 to 7% holding in that entity. So how does it relate to the core business which we do? And, what is the thought process there?
See, on Norton, products requires investments and whatever we have invested are now likely to yield result with the products which are getting ready by Q3 and Q4. Like I said, we will have products which will be ready, and next summer you will see them selling both in India as well as India maybe much earlier, and so in the European markets. We are putting the very clear strategy of coming up with a region-wide strategy on marketing, and that kind of investment is likely to continue because we need some more products. In terms of the e-bikes, we are also coming up with some innovation in the product side. I'm very sure the market will recover, and the top line, once the top line slowly starts recovering, the rest of the lines will start improving, because last year we have consolidated all the e-bike companies to one, and we have looked at the organization also to combine into one, so that there is overall productivity improvement, also the synergy in terms of the fixed cost. So overall, EV bikes going forward, we are pretty confident that as we see recovery in the top line, you will see the break even and the profits. Okay, and the TVS CS, basically you want to highlight?
Yeah, TVS Credit Services, I think the book size is around 27,000 crores now, 26,898 to be very precise. And as far as the question is all about IPO, not yet even discussed at the board level. As and when we decide, and definitely we will let you know, please.
But this is an investment which is doing extremely well, and it is also well run. So, and ROTA is steadily going up, so we are pretty confident about TVS shaping up to a great company.
So that annual investment of 2,000 to 2,200 crores, that includes support to TVS Credit Services?
I may not be able to give you 3 to 5 years time, because as the top line grows, as we present in many of the markets, there may be requirements for additional investment, but I can tell you 2,000 crores for this year. It will be there. Next year, possibly during the next quarter or quarter after that, because when we look at the next year plans, that is the time we decide what kind of investments are required, what technology, what products, which country we want to enter, like that we will be preparing the plan. As of now, this year it will be 2,000 crores on the investment side.
And on TVS supply chain, sir?
TVS supply chain I already answered.
Sorry, I missed that. If you can repeat.
Yeah. It's not a strategic investment. It's an investment what we are making, like any other investment.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Abhinav Ganeshan from SBI Pension Fund. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity, and congratulations on a great set of numbers despite the challenges on the EV front. Only one question from my side is, how are we seeing the supply chain for us on the rare earth magnets, and if you can give some more color. And do you see that our EV numbers will come back, because month on month, last month we had a dramatic fall. So if you can give some more color on that, thank you.
See, short term, we are managing with the stocks what we have. We also resize some higher size magnets which are locally available. We are also exploring some alternate strategies in the short term. Okay, and like I said, currently we are managing the daily production. We are just able to manage like that. But if you look at on a medium and a long term basis, we are working on HRE free, ferrite based, magnet free, and we are also looking at alternate countries. And definitely we will be also partnering with some of them in India. So this is going to be we have to build forward a more resilient company and a country on magnets.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the color. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Rahul Kumar from Vaikarya. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, just on EV again, at what stage are we in terms of diversifying our supply chain for EV powertrain components?
I just now answered.
No, okay. I mean in terms of...
the developments are going on. Okay, I may not be able to tell you exact timing. Okay, but we are managing on a daily basis the production with some local purchasers, local stocks what we have. We are also coming up with some alternate strategies. Okay, but medium term and long term, definitely we will have solutions on HRE free magnets and ferrite based magnets. Okay, we are also looking at magnet free. So we will look at many countries also for sourcing. So it's a combination of many actions which are going on.
Okay. And I think you mentioned, but just on e-bikes also, what are your plans? When do you plan to launch the bikes in India for the more of mass and affluent category?
We will come back to you. We are working out the strategy, including the positioning, what type of network, product. Okay, what is the strategy for introducing in India? Once we are closer to overall implementation plan, I'll let you know more details.
Okay, but do we expect this fiscal or let's say, sometime next fiscal for the launch?
Come back to you. I'll come back to you. Definitely, I'll come back to you just before the launch.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can we take the last question, please?
Sir. Okay, sir. The last question is from the line of Pramod Kumar